Hey everybody, welcome back to Reboot Your Life with Holy Joe Rock and Roll. Today I want to talk about getting married in Poland and having kids with your Polish spouse. So if you're an American and you want to get married to a Polish woman, you have to go through a couple of hurdles to get married in Poland. You have to take your passport to one of the local courthouses, and you have to sort of prove that you're eligible to get married. So that is to say that if you are divorced, you should have your divorce documents translated into Polish with you to prove that you're divorced, legally divorced. If you've never been married before, I guess you have to certify that you're never been married before. They'll do some kind of verification, and it takes a couple of weeks, maybe 30 days to get that sort of court-approved document that says that you're eligible to be married in Poland to a Polish person. Once you are married, of course, if you get married in a church, you'll get a church document also, but you'll need both of those things. After you get married in a church, typically at the church ceremony, you'll sign the civil ceremony documents, and you're pretty much done. Okay, but just kind of warning you that you have to do something before the church service if you want to do the civil ceremony at the same time. In which case you're just signing some documents. There is no actual civil ceremony. Now, there's a lot of people in Poland that don't do the church wedding. They just go to wherever the office is, and they do the civil ceremony, and to them that is sort of the wedding. And that's also a possibility if you're not religious or whatever. However, if you're planning to become a Polish citizen, it behooves you, I would say, to get married in the Catholic Church if you're Catholic, or to convert to Catholicism, because this is a Catholic country. So you might as well do that. Okay? Very simple. All right. Muslim marriages are not recognized in Poland. Okay, so just pointing that out. A Muslim religious marriage is not recognized. So just remember that. This is the Catholic country. Okay, now, so let's say you got married and you're having a baby. The medical stuff is really beyond this conversation, but let's say the baby is here, it's healthy, and you want to register it, right? You got to get a birth certificate for it with the Polish authorities. You got to do the Polish authorities first, right? So if you are not married, you have to bring hang on, let me just take a step back. If you're not Polish, they're going to insist that you have a translator there, or a translator there present when you sign the papers that says this is your kid, okay? It's pretty bogus because it's pretty simple. You're saying, this is my kid. I understand the ramifications. I'm saying this is my kid, right? But they will usually insist that, in my case, every single time they've insisted that I had a translator there. So that might cost you between 150, 200 zlotys maximum to get a translator there. And usually just having a translator present, they don't ask you any questions. It's so stupid. When the translator's not there, they try to trip you up with complicated Polish language, and when really the simple thing is, they should ask, is this your kid? Czy to jest twoje dziecko? Tak czy nie? Yes or no? You know what I mean? But they'll, whatever. So I just want to warn you about that. So you need a translator in the Polish office for registering your children. Okay, once you do that, you'll have multiple copies of the birth certificate. They have what's known as the long form, which is two-sided. Definitely get, at least a couple copies of that, because you're going to need this later on. And then they'll have the short form, which is a one-page birth certificate. So usually, you can get 5 or 6 copies of that. It's just good to have, okay? Good to have as many copies as possible of both. So at least 2 or 3 of the long form, and let's say 5 of the short form. So that's the first step. Now the child is registered in Poland, has a Polish birth certificate. Now, at least for Americans, now if you want to register that child at the U.S. Consulate as a American citizen born abroad, you want to get that certificate and get that kid a U.S. passport and a social security number. You got to go to your nearest American consulate or embassy, bring that Polish birth certificate with you, of course, all your documents, passport, whatever. Go to the embassy or the consulate, you fill out some forms there. They usually will charge you $50 to get a embassy seal on your documents, basically notarizing your documents. So it's going to be $50 for the notary seal, but that will get your you just got to pay extra for the passport, but the $50 is sort of an extra fee to process everything and be notarized. That'll allow you to pay for your passport, get the passport for the child, as well as get a social security number, which will come in the mail, and also the consular report of birth abroad of a citizen of the United States. That's what it's called. That document you need, okay, that says that this is an American citizen born abroad, and it's because you're an American citizen, the child inherits the citizenship. This is not an anchor baby situation. But if your spouse is Polish, of course, the child will automatically inherit Polish citizenship. So at birth, the child will be a dual citizen, which is really great to have, right? Now the child can work anywhere in the EU as well as anywhere in the US, right? So you're good to go. And you'll have all the, all that you need for that child. At least the first passport, it'll be good for 5 years. The certificate of American born, birth abroad, whatever, and social security number for the child. They should all come through the mail. In some cases, the certificate might be sent to the embassy or the consulate, and then they'll contact you to either pick it up or they want to DHL it to you for an additional cost. So just be aware of that. But that's the process, right? Getting married, having children in Poland. Yeah. All right. This is Holy Joe Rock and Roll. Reboot your life. Step by step, baby. Anybody can do it. Reboot your life. Start over in Poland. Until next time, make it happen for the captain, because you're the captain.